you're an early bird. I've only just unlocked the doors.
Give us a pint, will you, Betty, love?
That is it. Did you enjoy yourself last night at the Gatsby?
Oh, yeah, fine.
Good.
Give us a pint, love.
Oh, you surfaced then?
Just about. You should have wakened me. I'm late for work.
Yeah, I tried to about half a dozen times.
Oh, I'm surprised you're so bright and breezy this morning. What time did you get home last night?
About midnight.
And the rest. Well,
Well, what?
how did it go?
Oh, so.
Come on, give.
Oh, nothing happened really, except Alf proposed.
He did what?
Well, asked me to marry him, I think.
You only think?
Well, I know what happened. It's whether I should give it a first thought, let alone a second.
Hell's flaming bell. She gets a proposal of marriage. It was of marriage.
From Alf.
And she doesn't even know whether to give it a second thought or not.
Well, it wasn't said serious, clown.
Well, how was it said then?
Well, it just said, will I marry him, sort of as a joke.
I see. And what did you say as a joke?
Yeah, well, that's just it. I'm not altogether sure. I think I laughed it off, I think.
Were you stoned out your tiny mind or what?
Was I, I mean, I was just a bit merry, that's all.
So Alf jokingly asked you to marry him, and you jokingly said no tar, you think?
That's right.
But just supposing Alf didn't say it as a joke, and supposing you didn't say no, you
Oh, Bet, for goodness sake, it's bad enough as it is.
said... But it is possible.
Yes, it's possible.
I mean, him being the sort of chap he is, having had a few drinks and treating it like a joke might be the only way to be brave enough.
Oh, I wish you'd get to work. I mean, what do I say when I see him? How do I treat him?
Like a bloke who's just asked you to marry him.
Oh, well, if you're going to be funny.
Oh, come on, Cot. What's so wrong with the idea? He's got a good job. He's not a boozer, not a habitual anyway. I doubt he'd turn out to be a wife basher. He's not got two heads. And furthermore, here's a point that's definitely in his favour. He's a fella. I agree he's Alf Roberts, but he's still a fella.
Do you not treat anything serious?
Reen, I'm serious. Here, dear.
Moonlight becomes you, it goes with your hair.
Hilda. Put a sock in it till you get home, lovey.
Here.
Oh, that's not what they said last night. Couldn't get enough of me at the Gatsby last night. Unlike some I could mention.
So you've said, lovey. Once every minute since you came in at 8:30.
Amapola, that old black magic. Oh, I did the lot. She were my kind of piano player, were Faye.
Faye,
Yeah, she stood in for Ernie Bishop on piano, you know.
I wonder how Ernie Bishop's hand is this morning.
Oh, no idea.
I reckon he was very lucky not to break something, you know.
You know, Faye had this knack of getting everybody going, like. Well, everybody, that is, except Rita Fairclough. She hardly got a look in.
Hey, come on, Hilda, that's not fair, that's not true.
All right, you come on. How many songs did she sing?
Well, not that many.
3 at the most. Oh, no, it was me and Faye what held that stage last night. They lapped us up.
Must have been blind drunk.
Pardon?
Nothing, love.
Annie Road, you enjoyed yourself, didn't you, counsellor?
Eh?
From what I could see. And everybody else and all, I shouldn't wonder.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What were you doing, Alf, that was so, fascinating?
No, it's honest.
He were doing a bit of courting, that's all.
Rubbish.
Canoodling, then.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
What would you call it?
Well, I wouldn't call it canoodling any more than I'd call what you were doing singing.
Seems to me a lot of you made fools of yourself last night, one way or the other.
Look, I didn't make a fool of myself. It was just...
What?
Oh, note.
Right, I'm off. Ta-ra.
Try, love.
Amapola.
Canoodling at your age,
Look,
Alf.
for the last time, I was not canoodling.
What were you doing with Rennie Bradshaw, then?
Well, actually, I'm not quite sure.
Well, I don't call that sort of life glamorous.
You don't call nothing glamorous.
Yes,
you.
I do, but nothing we do. What is remotely glamorous about our life? Go on, be honest.
Did you have a foul time or something at Gatsby last night?
No?
Well, you're in a foul temper this morning. And I'm not, because my life's pretty good at the moment.
Robin, he's only a clerk. Anybody'd think he were James Hunt.
Oh, yes, but a clerk with hidden depths.
Yeah, well, I met a fella last night.
Oh, yeah? I did, honest. Well, go on then, what's he do? Has he got a car and is he as good looking as Robin?
I don't have to measure all the fellas in my life against yours. I happen to have my own preferences.
Oh, all right, don't get in a huff. I'm interested, honestly. I mean, it's a long time since you had a fella.
While you've got 2. Tarfa reminded me.
2?
Robin and Steve.
Oh, I don't count Steve. He's more like a pet dog than a fella.
I'm sure he'd be delighted to hear that.
Ah, well, don't you go telling him, otherwise you'll be littler than you are.
I won't, but to save his face, not yours.
All right, look, cool it, Pot. I'll make you a nice cup of coffee, soothe you down. Nights out do not agree with you, definitely. And besides, you're getting on me wick. Well, come on then. What's his name? What does he do?
His name's Barry. I don't know what his job is. Plays a lot of rugby.
Hey, go away. They're dead big and athletic, them rugby players. Hey, does he look like Tony Neary?
A bit. Only a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, if you're having it,
Oh, come in, sit down, have a cup of tea. I prefer your company to his.
She's still smarting.
I heard that. I am not.
Hey, how about you then?
How do you mean?
Well, you've cracked it, haven't you?
I don't follow you.
That's his coarse way of saying you seem to be doing all right with Rena.
Ah, you noticed.
Well, you did spend half the night with your nose in her lug hole, didn't you?
Hey, look, I didn't say anything, though, did I? You know, later on.
Like what?
Well, you won't let this go any further, will you?
What?
Well, I proposed to her.
To Renee?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
just
great,
a
mate.
little
No, it's
minute.
great.
I mean, it's not as straightforward as that, is it?
Well, she's single, isn't she?
Of course she is.
She's a woman, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh, what's your problem?
Well, I'm not sure she meant it. You know, meant yes. I mean, supposing she thought that I was kidding.
And were you?
Well, I've had a bit to drink.
And now you're sober. Would you ask her again? Alf?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Alf.
Well, I don't know. But supposing...
She didn't know you were joking. She thought you were serious.
Yeah.
Well, you could have done a lot worse. What's wrong with Rena? I think you've landed on your feet.
She's right, you know. I mean, Renee's okay. She's pleasant, presentable, attractive, capable.
Kind to children and dumb animals, so she shouldn't treat even husband too badly.
And she's got her own business.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you, pair of you?
No.
No.
Hey, you know, she's very nice, isn't she, Renee?
When I said Mrs. Sharple's a babysitter, you treated your wife to lunch, I didn't mean this.
Ah, you'd rather we'd have brought butties and ate them on a park bench. Well, you should have mentioned it.
Some wives get taken out, you know.
But not by their husbands.
Who buy them?
Other people's.
Hey, now that's cynical, that is.
I am cynical, Betty, but I'm lovely with it.
That's open to argument.
Now, what does the blushing bride want? Here comes the bride.
Give over. Give us a tomato juice.
Hey, what's all this about a bride?
It's just a private joke, Betty.
Yes, I noticed you and Alf Roberts were very cosy last night.
Everybody noticed.
Yes, well, last night was last night, and today's another day.
He didn't, did he?
Didn't what?
Well, I come across him in the lavvy, and he was grinning that stupid fat grin of his, and he was humming anchors away. So I says to him, listen, mate, I says, you want to get your feet under the table there proper, mate. Get a wed, I says. And he gives me this big wink before he staggers out trying to light a woodbine.
Get lost.
It's true, every word.
Thank you, friend.
Well, at least you know now he'd been thinking of proposing. It didn't just come out on the spur of the moment.
Oh, I've changed my mind. Put a vodka in that.
Morning, ladies.
Excuse me, do you live around here?
Sort of.
Do you know where Mrs. Howard lives? I had the number, I've lost it.
Yeah, number 11, just there.
Oh, thanks.
Ta-ra.
Oh, Mrs. Howard,
That's right.
I'm Bob Birchall, Susie's dad.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm afraid Susie's not in at the moment. She's at work.
Oh, I thought she usually come home for dinner.
Well, she usually does, but not today. I think she's eating with one of her boyfriends. You know what these kids are. Well, is there any message or anything?
Well, as a matter of fact, I've got some bad news for her.
Oh?
Some other.
What?
She's left me. She left home.
I think you'd better come in.
Thanks.
There you are. That'll make you feel a bit better. Have you had any dinner? Because if you haven't got a meat pie in the oven...
It's all right, Mrs. Howard, really, thanks. Aye, Susie's always saying how generous you are.
Aye, when she's not saying what a dragon I am.
Oh, no, she never said that. Well, not very often, anyway.
Well, I don't know what to say about this.
No, it's none of your business, Mrs. Howard, really. I mean that in the nicest possible way, of course.
Yes, well, Susie's practically one of the family now, and...
I've been meaning to write to thank you for giving Susie such a good home, but...
Well, I didn't really have much option. She sort of installed herself.
She's not very backward coming forward, is she, Susie? Nobody knows that better than me. Give her an inch.
Oh, no, she doesn't get away with much here. In fact, we've all settled down together very nicely.
She works for you and all, doesn't she?
No, not for me. For Mike Baldwin, who runs the factory where I work, and the shop where Susie and Gail work. Gail's my other lodger.
It sounds a very nice home from home, in fact. Well, not my home now.
Do you think Susie will be very upset about this, about her mother leaving?
I don't know. And they were very close, her and her mother.
Look, tell me if you think I'm poking my nose in, but what happened?
Well, I got home from work last night and she'd gone. And she threatened to do before on occasion, but I never thought she would.
As a woman's stock in trade, that is natural warfare, threatening to leave. Very few of them do.
Ah, well, Margaret did. After 21 years of marriage. That's what I can't credit. Just upped and went. Not a word of explanation. I mean, I'm not the best husband in the world, I'll admit that, but, well, I'm not the worst. I don't think I am, anyway.
I'm sure you weren't. Do you think she'd come back, now that she's had time to think? Unless, of course, there was...
What?
A bit difficult to say, isn't it? Do you suppose there's another fella?
I don't think so. But you don't know, do you?
No. Oh, you don't?
I mean, she's packed all her clothes, everything. And if you ask me, she's gone for good. I mean, her and her mother are very reckless.
And you think Susie will be very upset?
She thought the world of her mother. She did, the world.
I don't expect we'll be seeing Rita in here today. She'll be busy licking her wounds.
I never thought she were all she's cracked up to be, you know. Only gets away with it because of the way she gets herself up, and half of that's makeup.
Whereas Hilda here, star waiting to be born.
Oh, look, I've told you, I know my limitations. But like I say, you don't have to be a chicken to lay an egg.
You do, actually, Hilda.
Huh? Oh, well, something like that.
Hello, lovey.
Hello. Can I have a lemonade shandy?
Oh, isn't he sweet? Couldn't you just have him on a butty?
Well, I do drink bitter normally.
Of course you do, love.
But not whilst I'm working, you know. Oh, stop teasing him. I mean, he's quite right. There's nothing to be proud of in drinking, you know. I mean, the youngsters these days, they think they've got to drink, smoke, and do other things just to prove that they're grown up.
What sort of other things?
You see, my point is that they prove them all grown up by not smoking and drinking.
And doing other things.
Discipline never hurt anybody. And a little bit wouldn't have done you any harm either.
I've had them queuing up to smack my bottom, Betty.
Oh, is she off?
He wouldn't have me any other way, would you, love?
Well,
Luke, he's blushing. It's incredible. 1977 and somebody can still blush.
I used to blush a lot.
Come again, Hilda.
I said I used to blush a lot.
When you were seen out with your Stan, you mean?
Oh, he was a very good-looking young fellow, was Stan.
When did he have his accident?
When did you?
Hey, now keep it polite, you two.
Where's me missus?
She left a couple of minutes ago. She went with Renee Bradshaw, said she got to pick a few things up from the corner shop.
You've been in there a long time, haven't you? What have you been doing, writing rude words on what?
Reading them. There's a fair selection in there at the moment.
Hey, if it is you what's writing them, Ray Langton, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I have to scrub them off every time.
Not lately, you've not.
No, well, tomorrow.
Ah, well, I don't see the sense in it myself. Writing on walls, it's pointless vandalism. Pity a few more don't think like you, lovey. Oh, honest, I went to Chester a few weeks back. You know, we went for a walk along the walls. Have you ever been? No. Well, they go right the way round the city. They've been stood there since Roman times. I mean, they're really summer. And these yobs have done punk rock slogans and football slogans. Heaven knows what else. I mean, sprayed them on with those aerosol cans. Scratched them in the walls with their knives. skulls that have stood there for hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, it makes you sick.
It does that. They want spraying themselves from head to foot with something very painful.
Yeah, you see, Hilda, you want to be thankful you've only got the lavies in here to clean. Could be the old flipping Roman war.
Life's never as bad as it might be, Hilda.
You want to have mine?
Oh, I'll have a tin of curry powder and all. I think I'll give him curry for his tea. It'd make a change.
Oh, I don't know. You can think of curry.
Why, what's up? Sure, I've got a right strong stomach, me now. It puts me off me grub. Why, he didn't have that much to drink last night, did he?
Oh, enough, and I mixed it.
Oh, fatal. Still, it were a good do. Hey, Alf didn't pop the question last night, did he?
No, did he, Heck? Whatever made you think he did?
Well, you got pretty shirty when Ray started going on about it at Rovers.
I know, but Ray was making all that up, wasn't it? Telling Alf he should...
Where, dear?
Well, £3.90, love, please.
Well, he mentioned it to me.
Oh?
He did pop the question, didn't he?
Look, I'm saying note. Anyway, it's none of your flipping business.
What did he come round for this morning? Name the day?
Don't be ridiculous. I haven't seen him today.
Oh, come off it. I saw him come past my window at 12:30.
I tell you, I haven't seen him today.
I think you've got him locked up. It by chances he changes his mind. Still, I don't blame you. You're not getting any younger, are you? And neither's he. I think you'll make a lovely couple. In fact, you'd spoil another pair.
Oh, thanks very much.
Ta-ra. Give my love to Al.
You'll have no difficulty taking in the waist. What you want to do is take off the little belt loops at the side and take a darting on them. That way, nobody will see it. I always have to do it with my jeans. I have terrible difficulty getting jeans to fit me, what with having such a little waist.
You boasting again?
I have got a little waist.
Little head to go with it.
Sure.
Right, I'm off now to meet Robin. How do I look? Ravishing?
No different to what you usually look.
Ravishing.
I'm told you what, these urgent.
Yeah, we do. 10s and 12s, have we?
Oh, I think so. Hey, you look very nice, Susie.
Oh, thank you, Steve. I feel a bit of a scruff, really. I don't have much time at dinner time.
No, you look very nice. You always do. Is it, your dinner hour?
Well,
You
yes,
see, because
I'm
I
just
thought
going
I'd
to...
timed it just right. I've had 10 minutes of me break, but I've got 40 minutes left. I had a quick drink at the Rovers,
Yes,
but do you
see,
fancy...
the thing is, love, I've made another appointment. But you can walk me down to the electricity showrooms if you like.
Electricity showrooms?
That's where her appointment works.
Steve knows I've got a very wide selection of gentlemen friends, don't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, you do seem to have, yeah.
It's not all that wide, actually.
Come on if you're coming. Hey, you can link arms if you like down Rosamond Street. I mean, Robin's very broad-minded.
Ta-ra, Gail.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra.
Oh, Luke, never mind. Barry, what's his name, might pop in if he's not in a scrum somewhere. Missed. Oh.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for Susie Birchall.
Oh, you've just missed her. She's gone for a dinner.
Oh, dear, it's not my lucky day, is it? Oh, I'm Susie's dad, Bob Birchall.
Hello.
Hello. Do you know where she's gone?
No, not really.
Or how long she'll be?
An hour? Depends.
And my boyfriend?
Yeah.
Look, couldn't wait, could I?
Yeah. Come to the office if you like.
Thanks. How is she, anyway?
Oh, on top of the world. You know Susie. Nothing gets her down.
I told her it wouldn't be such a bad idea. They were serious. I can see them two really making a go of it. You did? I did. Why, don't you reckon it? I do. Blend us. We've both told Alf the same. Well, you know what they say about great minds. How did Alf respond? Very favourably. Reenie's blowing hot and cold, actually. She can't quite see her and Alf somehow. She's hoping it were all a joke. Well, she'll have to be encouraged to blow just hot, won't she? For her own sake. Oh, I agree. Well, then. Well, it's none of our business. I mean, it is their lives. It's never stopped you before. True.
What are you pair whispering about? You're up to no good, I'll be bound.
You know, Betty, you've got this terrible habit of poking your nose into other people's affairs. I should watch it.
Be like that, then?
You'll never go to heaven, you know.
I know.
I just don't know what to say, Mr. Birchall.
That's hard to credit, isn't it? After 21 years. 21 years.
Just to leave you without a word.
I expect she was upset. She must have been upset.
So you're completely on your own now, then?
Yep. Afraid I am. But I'll cope. Mind you, I'm not much use around the house. I used to offer to help Margaret sometimes, but, well, she's one of these very house-proud women. She likes to do it all herself, you know.
I don't believe in that. I think husbands and wives should share the work 50-50.
Well, so do I, Gail. I mean, I used to beg Margaret to let me make a meal sometimes, you know, anything. But no. Now I can just about make a plate of chips. I'll have to buy myself a cookie book, won't I? Or starve.
Well, you can come and eat with us sometimes. I'm sure Elsie won't mind.
She's a very nice person, doesn't she, Mrs. Allen?
Yeah, she is if you're on the right side of her.
Should have tried a bit harder to do that with Margaret, shouldn't I?
I just don't know how she could do it. I mean, I could understand if you were some kind of a monster like some husbands are.
Well, maybe she thinks I am. So you have to live with people, don't they?
You're no monster, Mr. Birchall. No way.
Well, I'd like to think I wasn't, Gail.
It's only me back from another conquest. Hey, I had a
Hello, love.
What do you want?
Well, as a matter of fact, love, I've got some bad news for you.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's,
Look, I'm sure you prefer to be in private.
Stop your girl. I've got naught private to discuss with him. You were saying, Dad.
Well, it's your mother.
What about my mother?
She's gone. She's left me.
Well, good for her. She should have done that years since.
There we are, love. All nice and fresh. And I've put 2 cream slices in, just like you said.
I could have sent our Marion, but I felt like a breath of air. When you've been in house all day, you sometimes feel as if you could scream, don't you?
Is that it then, love? We have some jam donuts, if you like.
I'd better not. If I do, I'll only eat them. I don't know how you resist temptation with this lot in shop all day.
We don't, love.
It doesn't show.
Oh, there's the odd bulge here and there, but that's the secret between me and Scales.
Look after yourself, love.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, love.
She's a nice woman, isn't she? Do you know, I've never heard her say a bad word about anybody.
Alf called, has he?
No, he hasn't.
He's not?
No. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? I've been getting myself in a stew about nothing at all. I can't even remember proposing. Otherwise, it'd have been down street, wouldn't he, with a bunch of flowers for me. Of course, he has been in street because Deirdre's sewing. Oh, no, he's blissfully unaware of anything he said to me last night.
He's not, you know.
Oh?
He's told Rita and Len that he's proposed and you've accepted.
He's never.
He did. And they both thoroughly approve. They think it's a cracking idea, and so do I.
Well, why hasn't he been down here then to see me? His
fiancé? He's probably been too busy.
Working?
No, love. Buying ring. And a good thing, too. I'll just go and put a kettle on.
And Coronation Street is back tomorrow night at the same time. And on Saturday from 4, a Coronation Street special. A blow-by-blow account of life with the Duckworths. Back to this evening and coming next, surprise, surprise.